Hey guys, it's your girl, aka Rosarita. Okay, so like I told you earlier, I was going to give you a list of things that you could do to earn some extra money, and a lot of them are fast, instant money, and you can ask for cash. Cash, okay? I want you to subscribe here. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Okay, so here's my list. Let's get with it. Babysitting. Babysitting is very lucrative. There are a lot of people, I know a lot of people are unemployed, but a lot of people are still working and they need a babysitter. Now, first of all, I would recommend that they be licensed, hopefully, and that they know CPR, and that you give them their rates. Do not let them come in and tell you, I only got this much. Can I pay you next week? No, it's not like that, okay? When you go to buy that hair at the what's name, you don't ask them people, can I pay half next week? I want all my money now. Okay? And what you need to do is get your money up front. Okay? If you can't, get your money up front. Okay? Your enrollment fee. Now, even with babysitting is really good for the simple fact that I remember back a while back in the 19 well it was yeah 2001 or 2 when the strip was popping. They had overnight babysitting services on the strip in the hotels because people worked all hours. So you may even be able to offer that, but I would definitely be licensed, of course, have background up to Yahoo, and no CPR. Okay, and then the parents will pick the kids up in the morning when they get off from work. Okay, now then you got organizers, home organizers. I'm an organized person. Everything has to be in its place. When I walk by and it's not, I got to look. Okay, so like my kitchen drawers, everything is organized. Towels are folded. Everything is organized. Okay. I know it's hard living with me. That's why I say when guys call me and they want to date and stuff, I'm like, baby, you don't want this. You can't take this smoke because I am organized. Okay. Now, so helping somebody get organized is great. Organize their closets, their kitchen cabinets, all kind of things. But make sure go online, find out what the price is for an organizer. Dog walking. Dog walking is very good. If you want to lose some weight and whatnot, get out there and dog walk. People go on vacation, still going on vacation. People are working odd hours. They don't want their poor baby, their little boopsie poopsie, left at home, can't go to the bathroom. You can go in and grab them, take them out, take them to the bathroom, put them back in the house. Even cat sitting. I have cat sat for an old client of mine for maybe 3 years. I run over there. She had a Bengal cat, and I would feed it, whatnot, and bounce. Okay, and I do it once a day because cats don't really need that much attention. But that's a good one too. So dog sitting, cat sitting. You got dog cleanup service. Now, when I first moved here in 1994, I think it was, it came to mind because the houses are so compact, they're so close together with not a lot of yard. And I was like, somebody needs to clean up this poop because I had a neighbor that she just wasn't doing it. Okay, so anyway, um, and I said somebody needs to make a service. Well, now there's one out here called Pooper Scooper. And when I see it, I said, I had that idea. Okay, so that's a good service for people who are lazy or just don't have the time to clean up after their dog. Restaurant door cleanup. Now, this bothers me when I walk up to a restaurant and I'm looking at somebody threw up on the ground or food spilled and you got to step around it to get in the door. And it's like, this is a nice restaurant, but look what you got out front. And the garbage cans are overflowing. You might want to start a business doing that, maybe power washing, okay, and changing those garbage bags, tote that mess away. You could hit a strip and make some good money. And even if you power wash and you power wash maybe once every 2 weeks or something, it's still good money. Okay, so think about that. You figure it out, okay? Of course, auto detailing. There's a lot of them on the road, auto detailing, because I'm going to have one come out and do my car. But I'm going to wait for winter to be over because Pearl needs to be buffed and cleaned, make her shine. Okay, so auto detailing. Meal prep. You could set, how can I say it? Some people don't know how to cook. And they're like, I really wish I could do this and do that, but I can't afford these people who charge like Blue Apron or whatnot. Well, you could give them ideas on how they could prep food for, say, a week, and you could do it for them, like, cut up, have the onions cut up, have the bell peppers cut up, put them in little plastic throwaway trays and whatnot. Whatever. All they have to do is grab their meat, okay? And smack that stuff together and call it a day, okay? You could do it that way, and that way they're fixing it themselves, but you're basically prepping it for them, okay? Like having a chef on the side. Speaking of having a chef, I used to have a chef. When I had my cleaning service, I was making money, baby. Okay, so anyway, I had this chef, and he would come in. I got him from one of the hotels, but I got him from a friend that I was cleaning who, the guy worked at a hotel at one of the seafood places. I love clam chowder, and I had him come over, and he would come over. I'd leave the key under the door. Him and his wife would come in, and they would do everything and clean up the kitchen. It was nice. They knew where they brought their pots or whatever, but they clean up. It was nice. I would wake up in the morning, I would smell food cooking. There's nothing like that, honey. I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nothing like having a chef living like them rich folks. Well, anyway, for a while. Okay, so anyway, so you got that. Then you have personal shopper. Now I don't shop, and that's why even with Uber, I tell people tell me, why don't you do DoorDash? I'm like, I don't shop. I'm not going through no store pushing no buggy. I don't shop for myself. I go in there and get what I need for that day or two, and I'm done, okay? I don't like shopping for clothes. I don't like shopping. I know I'm unusual. I'm an unusual woman. That's just me. I get what I get, and I'm out, okay? But you got executives and whatnot. Oh, my God. It's my wife's birthday or it's my daughter's birthday. That's where you come in the picture. You can go out and get a gift. How old is the daughter? Whatever. You know what I mean? And you get the gift for them, okay? And you charge them for picking up, whatever. You got to look that up and get the price on it, because I don't know what the price is. Auto drop off and pick up. Okay, so you got some people that are busy at work or whatever, but they need their car serviced, and they're going to be at work for, say, 5 hours. You pick it up in the morning, you drop that car at the dealership, and you pick it up, okay? And so in that, you might have to have somebody come get you, so you're going to figure that out. And that's going to be in the bill, because you don't want to be stuck down there at the dealership, okay, all day. But then they drop you back there, you pick up their car, and you take it to them. I mean, there's all kind of ways you can work stuff. Okay, so house cleaning service. Now, I did that, and I did that for 9 years. 6 to 8 girls, two of us driving. I had a guy that drove one of my Durangos, and I drove the other, and we made buku bucks, baby. That's when I had the chef. Okay, it's a good business, but you got to be honest. And I did a lot of those executives at the hotels. Okay, so money is good. So we were doing. I even did paychecks. Paychecks. You know who that is? The one that does your payroll. Okay. House, okay, so then when you have after school pickup and drop off, there are some parents, if I didn't mention this, that have to be at work early in the morning and they get off late in the evening, okay? So, but they have to be out the door at certain times. So you would pick that child up, drop them at school, and then pick them up from school and drop them back home after latchkey if the parents aren't home, okay? Again, you need to be licensed, go through a thorough background check with my babies, okay? And you're not going in the person's house. What you're going to do is when you drop them off, you get in there and lock the door, and you're sitting in your car, lock the door, I'm off. Okay, that's a good one. Now these, when you're dealing with kids, you need to know CPR. No, ain't no sense in them sitting in the back seat and choke on a lollipop, okay? You got to get up. Okay, anyway. So now you have, okay, pool cleaning. You may have a pool. The other people may have a pool down the block, a couple of them, but they don't want to pay those services to come out. Maybe the service is too high for them. They can't afford it. But you cleaning pools anyway. You know what to do. Go on down there and ask them, would you like me to clean your pool for you? You know what I mean? This is what I'll charge you. Not only pool cleaning, what about lawn cutting grass? Now out here in Las Vegas, a lot of people put down that phony grass because we're trying to save water. So, but there are people who need their lawns done, the ones that still have it, and their shrubs, things like that. Maybe some shrubs trim back or things like that. There's good money in that, okay? I would look at that. Now if you're in a place where there's four seasons, of course, you got the leaves and you got the blowing stuff, and then you got snow. Snow is a good one too. Snow in summer is the best time. Snow, you got a lot of elderly people need to come down the stairs. They can't come down the stairs because there's ice on the step. They got a snowstorm. You got to be out there. You got to get that stuff shoveled out. Money, money, baby, money. Tutoring online. You know a little bit about math, huh? You know, all kind of stuff, history, whatever. Help these kids. I know a lot of them go to AI and whatnot. The smart ones are, and they're finding out answers. But schools are not taking that so much. But you could help them improve themselves by helping them online. Because when they get in front of their teachers, it's a whole different thing. Okay. Plant and plant services, plant care. There are a lot of businesses that have plants that I go in there and I be wanting to pull some of them dead leaves off, but I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Plus, I don't want to kill the plant. But you could ask them, who cares for your plants? Blah, blah, blah. Try to get a contract. Try to get a contract. That's there. Personal trainer. That ain't me. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one. My daughter uses a personal trainer. I do too. Spoon to mouth. Spoon to mouth. Okay. Anyway, I do Uber Eats part-time. I like it. Till they tick me off. I like it. You got DoorDash and you have Amazon Flex. The thing with Amazon Flex, from what I'm hearing, is you don't really know where you're going. And with DoorDash, they send you stuff, and I'm not shopping for nobody. I ain't taking nobody no liquor. I'm just not asking for driver's license and all that stuff. I'm not that girl. I like Uber. Pick that package up, drive it, drop it off. That's what I do. I don't shop. I don't shop for myself. So I'm not going to shop for somebody else. Animal transport. You got a little van or something, huh? Okay. Make it cushiony and everything. You can pick up an animal that needs to go for service and the person can't get them there. Drop them at the vet. Wait on it. Take them back to the parents. I call them parents because my cat is my baby, okay? And take them back. Charge them for that. Charge them, okay? Wallpapering. I've done that over the years. I love wallpapering. I like to be throwing my headphones and boy, I smack down a wall. Make it really nice. Make it really, 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 really nice. I guess it just depends on what you want to do. Then you have not only wallpapering, you can draw on a wall. Some people are very artistic. Some people might want that for their baby's room or whatever. You can do that and charge. And charge. That's good. I'm sorry, I was clapping at my cat because he always want to be in the picture. That's a good one. Home staging. Okay, you want to sell your house? You need somebody to come in there and stage it for them. Okay? Because a lot of times you don't get hits because they come in there and be like, oh, Lord, have mercy. What the hell's going on in here? If you have staging, they see themselves there. You're going to take pictures off the wall that are not needed to be there. You know what I mean? Because nobody needs to know who owns the house. They just need to know that the house is for sale. So you go in and stage it for them. Clean off the clutter in the kitchen, off the counters and all that good stuff. Make it look nice. How about parties? You can set up parties for kids and whatnot. And go in costume. Go rent a costume, whatever. And go in and get paid. Keep them busy. Drop shipping. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about drop shipping. I'll be honest with you. Okay? Auto shopping. I've done this before. I take people, and this is really nice now. I take people to buy cars because I deal with a lot of auto dealerships, and I'll go and sit with them and listen to what they've got to say. We go out and choose cars and whatnot. And I'll tell you a little secret. With AI, I will have my phone on and I listen to them, and AI is listening to them. And then when they walk away, they always give you that, well, let me go ask my manager. I hit it. AI comes back and tell me exactly what's going on, okay, and how to deflect it. Tell y'all scared of AI. That's something else. You need to learn how to do AI. I'm just saying. Okay, so And then assisted living, well, assisting the elderly on using their phones. A lot of elderly people have phones. They don't know what in the hell to do with them. They don't. They just got a phone, okay? Their phones and maybe their watches. Okay, some of them have on the necklace that, I've fallen, I can't get up. I swear I'm not wearing that. That's why I wear the watch every day. All my nice watches, I got some nice watches. I don't wear them because I sleep in this and everything. It tells me when I had a good night's sleep and everything. So you can get an Android or you can get an iPhone watch, but they need to know how to work this, okay? If you guys, since I've gone through this whole thing, know of anything else, please let me know. Subscribe down there, okay? See me here at AKA Rosarita, right? At Rosarita dash, yes, I said it, dash A, the number 2, and the number Z, like Zorro. I will see you guys on my next video. In the next one, I'm going to show you a model home that I went through. I'm not sure if you know about Christopher Homes or Blue Heron. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.